Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we are back in the Richelieu and we're on Neighbors. And keeping up with the theme lately, there's just not going to be much teamwork involved in this. It's going to be a lot of me, not so much the team. It's going to be a little bit of teamwork, but it's just, you'll see what I mean when we get into the video. Now, we're on Neighbors, we're in the Richelieu. We've already checked, there's a lot of bad guys out there. And of course, they're all going to migrate towards me because that's what everybody does. Whether intentionally or not, it's the way it happens for me in particular. Seems like their entire team comes to my side every time, no matter what ship I'm in. So, that being said, we're in the Richelieu. It's going to be a fun match. Hopefully you guys are ready. We're gonna push off to the right side. It's not a domination, but I do like to control the outside edges of the map, especially if I spawn there, and try to give myself a good chance of not being flanked by people. Because too many times I've seen people give up the outside edges of maps and just get absolutely punished for it because they get caught in between everybody. So when I spawn here, I like to make sure that I get in and actually put myself in a position to stop that from happening. However, my team not going to feel the same way. We've got a Gneisenauer that spawned right next to me. He's going to do typical, German battleship torpedo boat things where he just sails straight into the middle of the map, trying to get to the enemy as quickly as possible, and he's going to get obliterated because that's what people do. I get it. German battleship's not accurate. I get it. You have torpedoes, but if your whole game plan is to close immediately on the entire enemy team, you're going to die. It's just not going to go well for you. You're better off using cover. And he could have come over to the right side with me, pushed up behind the islands, and he would have been able to get a lot closer. But yeah, he's just not gonna do anything in this match. He's gonna get obliterated right off the bat. We are going to put ourselves in kind of a pickle because after the Gneisenauer dies, everybody else is gonna run away. And you can see the amount of firepower heading our way. Now, this map is a little bit tricky sometimes, because it just seems like it doesn't matter which side I spawn on, everybody migrates to it. If I spawn on the left side, everybody on the enemy team comes to my side. If I spawn on the right side, they all come to my side. It doesn't really matter which side I spawn on. It just seems to be what happens. This map is one of the few maps that you actually don't get much in the way of predictability, because it can be either way. Like, it just seems like wherever the first guy decides he wants to go, that's where everybody follows. And it's kind of frustrating at times. But we're going to go ahead and take a shot at the Monarch here. He's over-angled, so we're going to aim high so that we're not bouncing the rounds. And then we're going to actually get a destroyed turret right off the bat. And that's extremely frustrating if you're in the Monarch right there. And you're going to see it's just a lot of high explosive spam from the Monarch, which is frustrating. I mean, I'm in a French battleship, which is susceptible to high explosives, so it's really frustrating for me. We get a good shot here into the side of the Jean Bart. He's been on fire. We get a good salvo onto him. He's losing all of his hit points. He's going to do the exact opposite of me, which is he's going to die early and contribute basically nothing to his team, other than maybe spotting the Gneisenauer and getting him torped to death. I don't know. I think the destroyer probably spotted the Gneisenauer and killed him anyway. But we get another salvo into the rear of his ship. We leave him with very little health. He's still burning. He's going to die. You'll see we're letting one fire burn because, we know he's firing HE. There's a good chance we're going to get set on fire multiple times. And so I'd rather let it burn. And it's about to burn out, so we're good. Now, the Yudashi here gets spotted, and so in typical fashion, I have to try to kill it. This is the biggest threat in the game right now, is Yudashi. There's other torpedo boats out there as well that you want to watch out for, but the Yudashi has the unique ability to fire either short-range torps or long-range torps. It has smoke and has reload booster for its torpedoes, and it's just that you don't want to be on the receiving end of any of those torpedoes. Now, we're going to push up. Try to close the distance here, utilizing the ability to get close. Now, I do put out one fire there because he's going behind the island, and there's very little chance that he actually comes out and sets me on fire again before I can get around the corner here. Now, I probably should have used my my engine boost here, to try to get around the corner a little bit quicker because I want to disengage from the Monarch. It's not a good fight for me in this current situation. However, he does get around the corner, and I am giving a broadside, but I'm slightly angled. And this is the one time he decides he wants to shoot AP, which is fine with me. He does damage, but he doesn't set me on fire, which would have been actually worse in that situation due to the fact that I just used my damage con. So, taking a little bit of AP damage, not that big a deal. Now that we're behind the island and we're not going to take any more damage in the near future, we're going to go ahead and take a shot at the Vladivostok to try to help our team free them up, give ourselves, you know, we've got a crossfire opportunity. And you'll see, didn't quite estimate his speed quite right. We get a hit on him, two ricochets, not preferable. But then we see the Kutuzov out here, and we're not detected at the moment. So we're going to go ahead and heal. And as we're healing, we're going to try to take on this Kutuzov because he's sailing slow, he's broadside to us, and he is absolutely begging to get absolutely pummeled. And this first shot looks beautiful, and he takes a decent chunk, but no Citadel damage. Just all over pins, one actual penetration, not preferable. However, we're about to be loaded again, and this time he's angled slightly. Now, if you've ever played the Russian cruisers, especially the Kutuzov, you know that being flat broadside isn't the worst thing. As soon as you start to angle, however, that ends badly as he takes a Citadel hit. You can see Richelieu is a bit of a shotgun ship at times. Like, the dispersion can be all over the place, but like for that shot there, he's sailing really slow, so it was actually kind of helpful that they went everywhere. Now, he is slowing down. He's going to try to deploy a smoke. I rushed the shot, trying to make sure that I can hit him before he gets disappeared. And we do actually hit him here with the shot, but not enough damage. We hit him with one actual penetration, 3 overpins. He gets pretty lucky. We're at 82,000 damage right now. The Monarch on my right has pushed up to the island that I'm next to, and now between Monarch and the Indianapolis that was over here, one of them has put up a plane and is actually detecting me right now for this Kutuzov, which is definitely not where you want to find yourself on the receiving end of a Kutuzov who's in a smoke and able to hit you from, you know, across the map. So keeping that in mind, I use the island, back around the corner, he can no longer hit me, and Indianapolis has got himself into a pickle. Now I go ahead, burn one of my engine boosts, and try to get this thing in reverse a little bit faster. You can see I'm angling slightly because I'm assuming that the Monarch is going to be able to hit me as well by the time that I get a shot on this Indianapolis. But I definitely want to get this Indianapolis off the board because I know he's going to be spamming high explosive most likely, and getting him out of here as quickly as possible is less likely for me to catch on fire as he sets me on fire. So here we're going to wait for him to finish his turn, and that's when he's at his slowest. We try to shoot, and of course we get that nasty shotgun dispersion that goes all over the place except where we need it to go, hitting him with only one round, doing 4,000 damage to him. And then we're pulling out in front of the Sinop and the Monarch, so we've got to be careful here. Try to limit who can fire at you at one time. Now you can see there's just nobody in the air. There's one battleship that has come back, so props to him for coming back. He's going to get some nice shots because, I mean, Sinop out here is broadside on, giving it to everybody, and I don't have a very good shot at him. Now you'll see I got a better hit on the Indianapolis that time. He's not got all of his health. He's only got like a third of his health left. And Sinop, I was like, yeah, I could probably get a little bit of damage here if I aim high. Unfortunately, not the case. 5 shells hit, all 5 ricochet off that side armor. Definitely not preferable. If I had 16-inch guns, no problem because they overmatch the armor, but unfortunately I do not. I don't have 16-inch guns because French. But that being said, you can see I'm trying to figure out what I want to do here, and luckily the Iowa that's come back has decided for me that I don't actually have to worry about it. Now, I get set on fire here. Again, I have no heals left, and I'm low health. I'm less than 20,000 health, so I'm going to go ahead and put out that fire and try to start backing around the corner again. Give my team a chance to catch up to us. I don't want to get caught by the Monarch and the Indianapolis. Now the Indianapolis comes around the corner. I'm already looking in his direction, and gunshot out. Wait for it. Pow! You can only get lucky so many times when you're going broadside in front of battleships in an American cruiser. You're gonna get touched. It's gonna happen. And finishing him off takes us over 100,000 damage. We're at 109,000 damage, 2 Citadel hits, and 1 kill. Feels like we've done a lot of work, but we actually haven't done a whole lot. You know what I mean? It seems like one of those games where everything has been here, and we've been fighting our butts off, but we haven't really got a whole lot out of it. Now, Kutuzov, again, makes himself available. He's right at the edge of our range. We're going to take the shot. Are we going to be able to hit him? I don't know. He's sailing away from us, and he's right on the edge of our range, and I think the shots might just fall short. He does turn at the last second and avoid those shots. Now, we do get into a fight with the Monarch here. And Monarch is being punched in the mouth by the 2 battleships that are on top of each other in the center of the map. And he has to turn away from them, which gives me a beautiful shot. And, yeah, that's just an absolute punishing hit right there. 16,000 damage. No Citadel, but 16,000 damage done. And then he sets us on fire, but we have our damage control. And at this point, I make the decision. I'm low enough health. I can't afford to get set on fire again because I'll burn to death. So it's time to... And no, it's basically ramming speed. Now you'll see here I try to shoot his guns. Unfortunately, he gets his shot off before I decide to pull the trigger. We miss anyway, and then he actually sets us on fire. But at this point, doesn't matter. He's not going to burn us to death before we're able to close the distance. And you can see we're taking out that gun early on him came in real handy during this match, but he doesn't even try to avoid it. And of course, in true Spartan fashion, somebody has to take all of his health right before I make contact with the ram, because clearly me ramming him and hoping for that nice damage bonus wasn't quite enough. 142,000 damage done, 2 kills, 2,650 base XP. You guys asked for another battle in the Richelieu instead of the Jean Bart, so there you go. If you like what I'm doing, punch the like button. Leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.